Hello and welcome back. This is episode 78. We're here in Skyhold just chilling with Iron Bull. And before we continue on our journeys, we are going to have some drinks with them, as promised.
Damn, these are good. Are these nuts or seeds or whatever? They're good.
Reminds me, I have some pistachios lying around. Maybe I'll have some of them tonight. Did we do all these? We did not. I think we did this one, but why is it still there?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
Their potential threat. Even if she believed it, which she might, because I don't think elves and Kunari really get along. I don't think she would tell him that.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit.
So correct me.
All right. What do you want to know?
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Kunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
I see. So they really have the power. Although hopefully they use it for the greater good. I actually had to sit through an entire Board of Ed meeting the other day, so that was, it kind of makes me think of that a little bit. Alright.
I've heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Kunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
What is a Tamasrum?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Interesting attitude towards it. Yeah, I don't know what her reaction to that would be. Let's just go with that's bizarre.
Sometimes I think I understand how different the Kunari are. And then I talk to you.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
Watch out, Liliana.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Valroyo gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Valroyo has? Life isn't about freedom. The
It is
baker
for
in
some people.
Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Valroyo. People are just people.
Yeah, what happens if you're like a bad baker, or you make mistakes or something? In Valrio, you got a business. In Parvalan, do you get reassigned? Do you get a what's the penalty? Because there has to be some incentives to do harder work, otherwise people wouldn't do it.
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
You never knew your parents?
No. I know for you folks, that's a big deal. The Tamasrans were like our parents, though. Taught us to read, helped us go to sleep, all the parent stuff. I remember the one who helped me build things with blocks. She laughed when I knocked everything down.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Vivienne's too political. Dorian's too arrogant, and Solus is just... weird. They'd all end up dead. Or worse. They'd kill Cole, cause, you know, demon. And Sarah would end up with her mind broken, sweeping floors in some shop.
And you think that's a good thing?
To answer your question, no. I don't think about it much at all.
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
But the whatever he said, the Vidathari, they're also, that's a subset of the Qun, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure in either the Mark of the Assassin or the web series, Talis called herself Qunari. I think even, what was his name? Start with an S. The Viscount's boy. I'm pretty sure he called himself Qunari as well.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
Good question.
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
I do think I've heard that word used before. Perhaps by outsiders to refer to the race as Kossith.
See you later, boy.
Or I might have just heard it on forums
Nice
or
talking
something.
with you, boss.
Alright, is that everything? Or are there... I feel like there's even another
Hey,
conversation.
that elven redhead who makes the buns in the kitchen. Is she available? Because I'm getting signals.
Yeah, I'm not going to concern myself with that. Okay. So I promise I'm not going to do another whole episode of just talking to people, because I want to go out there and start doing things as well. But so far, at least, these conversations have been pretty interesting.
So, how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the Qun. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
That must be weird, though, because when you're... Like, what if you're, like, trying to talk about somebody? Like, how do you, like, gossip, for lack of a better word? If you want to say, oh, the baker was sick yesterday, how do you have numbers? Like, how do you designate which baker if they're all just called baker? I don't know. It seems like there had to be some system for telling people apart.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things.
You don't say.
Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front.
Uh-huh.
It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Whatever floats your boat.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Alright, drink time.
Good to see you, boss.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Wonder what his company has actually been doing all this time. I guess missions for Cullen or Liliana or something.
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship, I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Is he always like this?
I'm afraid so. The chief loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
So
They
there
ever
are
wear
numbers.
shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
I was about to say, I didn't want to, like, I wasn't trying to be offensive or anything, but it's hard to tell if he's a guy or a girl or identifies as something else entirely. So I was just using he, but I guess it is a she. Are you a woman? Yeah, I don't know which of these is most appropriate to ask. We'll start with this one.
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter, one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunathlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Qunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your
That's
people
something we
aren't
can
so
argue,
bad
right, at
after
least?
all.
Don't get your hopes up, Krem. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim.
Which
Crazy
one's
bunch of
Dalish?
assholes, but they're mine.
Oh, lots of questions.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
I'll save that one for last.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
His voice actor has done something in Origins as well. Probably miscellaneous voices.
So, how'd you join the charges?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
What
This
fun.
is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain. Something like that.
Alright then.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
I'm
Now,
aware.
sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
You've got a good company, Bull.
Ah, we do all right.
No man can beat the Chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts. Unless you know a tavern with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
They have their own
Thanks
chant.
for coming by, boss.
I like
Glad you
that.
could meet some of my team.
Yeah, the writers definitely did a good job with a lot of this game. They definitely had some fun with it too, which I like. Classic Bioware. Alright, that's enough talking though. We have lots of... That's not the door. One too many drinks, I guess. Was there a glowing head over here? No, I imagine that. Yeah, I definitely imagine that. Okay. Alright. Here's the door. So, to the war table, I guess, would be the place to go. I feel like there was more I wanted to do at Skyhold, but at this point I kind of want to leave because we've been here a while. I wanted to change like the banners and all, and the throne, but that might have to wait. I did want to upgrade my potions though, didn't I? Fine. Oh, I went to the quarters. Didn't mean to do that. Probably won't be the last time, I can assure you of that. Okay, the store. Hopefully it won't be too long before we talk to people again, because catching up all at once like that takes a lot of time. 2 whole episodes practically, as we saw. Minus, oh, Morgan's here now, interesting. Alright, so we have an Inquisition perk. Of all the cool things I want to spend it on, I want that focus ability. See, these are all the nice things that don't... Well, this one I really want. And now we can have it because we have another agent, I guess. The scouts would be nice for finding the quarries, but we almost have enough of those already. And this could be good for finding cool items, which might be useful in the later areas. I definitely want the Master Focus and True Grit, but I can probably wait on those a little bit. Anything for connections I really want to have? Not really. Okay, so we're getting there. Alright, let's go ahead and do Deft Hands, since I've been waiting for that one a while, and then we'll get the Focus one and the 10% defense boost afterwards. And then we'll just go for the fun stuff. Yep. Alright. Everyone should be done their little stuff now. He's been found. Or maybe not. I don't know. We exposed the double agent. Wonder if we have to pass judgment on him. And that's right, Tegan's the Earl now. Alright, sounds like everything worked out pretty well. Okay. Wow, lots of quests, but there were some that were from Skyhold, like that were okay, contact hero for Elden. Liliana has to do it, which makes sense. Go for Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
It's gonna take her a while, but I want to know what my old character is up to. So that was a big one. Investigate Frostback Basin. I don't remember this one. What's this? Minimum levels just at 20. I don't know what that's about. Because it's level 20, I'm going to save it. Locate missing seekers. Let's send somebody to do that. Josephine.
Inquisitor.
Go for it. That'll take about an hour. Judgment, how could you? A protest, a group of mages heard of your judgment and the imposition of tranquility. What they fight... Oh, they wonder why they fight for someone who can impose so brutal a penalty. They claim it is a betrayal of your promise of your actions at the Red Cliff. Yeah, I can see their point. But, you know, he was a Tevinter mage, so it was that or kill him. I feel like this was the better way. Send one Templar and one mage to explain and remind them that mages created this punishment to protect the rest. I'm missing a word there. See, I'm not a fan of using tranquility for people that aren't like, you know, like that guy was obviously an unrepentant criminal. It was that or lock him away for life or death. So given the choice, at least now he has a life of sorts and can do some good as opposed to rotting away in a cell or just being dead. But I would save it as a last resort and not use it just on mages who fail their harrowing or are scared to or whatever. Or like in Kirkwall where they just did it willy-nilly on anybody they didn't like. Alright, go for it, Colin.
Alright.
Hopefully this one Templar thing doesn't blow up in my face. The Templar kills the mage right in front of them all. Alright, lots of stuff to do. We'll come back here later though. So there's our next main quest. And what is the level 16 to 19? Okay. The Inquisition is a force to be reckoned with. We're not going to do this quite yet. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Lavalin, that's me, its army to the Arbor Wilds, where they face Corypheus' zealots one final time. I don't like the sound of that. We must stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allows him to enter the Fate physically and claim its power. See, that scares me, because I feel like now I'm going to have to do everything else in... Like, what zone is... I don't know. Alright, you know what we're going to do, I think, first? Well, let's get out of the war table. I think we're probably going to do Liliana's mission, or at least start it. It is really interesting how Morgan is there, though. Okay. So let's do our world map. Actually, no, potions, that's right. Then to the world map. We might very well end up doing the last 3 areas before doing the rest of the main quest, just because I'm concerned that that is the last branch and the point of no return. Maybe I should just look that up. Maybe I will. I'm always afraid of spoilers, but I might have to just to look at it.
Not trying to step on your toes, you know.
And by the time I have this posted, it'll obviously, I'll have long finished the game anyway, so by the time I edit it and all. So if you're trying to be helpful by telling me the answer to those questions, it's kind of too late at this point. Alright, let's just real quick. Do we have Dalish ones? We do. Dalish banners. We have quite a few banners. Not all of them, but we have quite a few. The bed, we only have a free marches bed, or let's do a Parvalan bed, see what that looks like. Drapery. Oh, that's because of the pack of the Qunari, I think. In fact, let's not do Dalish, because I'll probably do the Dalish eventually. Actually, I'll probably do the Inquisition eventually. I feel like the banners would make sense for that. Heraldry. Let's do Circle of Magi. The decor. Free marches. There are a lot of choices you can experiment with. Thrones. Dragon Maw. Legacy Kirkwall. Parvalan. Lots of cool thrones. Chastened. Inquisition. I think that's the default one. I wonder what Dragon Maw. Oh, that must be the Dragon Pack. Let's look at the Kirkwall one. And windows. Let's do Ferelden windows. I like that there are previews too, that's pretty cool, so you can see what you're getting. More importantly though, I want to, I guess that's why it's its own area too, is because you're changing things in Skyhold proper. Alright, can we upgrade our healing potions? We can. We only have 5 Prophet's Laurel. Alright, let's do it. That's all. Is that the only upgrades to it? Or just the only ones we can get? I guess the only ones you can get. Regeneration potion. This has a lot. So we're out of Prophet's Laurel though. We still need to find some Ambrita Vein. Proximity heal. Interesting. We need a lot of higher grade stuff for that though. Lyrium potion I would like, but we don't have enough Rash Vine metal. So all of our exploring, we still need better stuff for these. I guess we haven't been to too many high areas yet. Tears of the Dead. Do we have this one? Not sure if that's what like Varric uses or not. I think it is. Yeah, because we don't really use grenades. Alright. So can't get too many upgrades, but at least we got a little bit. Alright, world map. We have to go back to the Exalted Plains to kill her Wyvern. Maybe we'll do that one instead. Alright, let's do that. Let's go to the Black Emporium first. And we'll bring... Why is Varric's card different? Something with red lyrium, I guess? It didn't always look like that, did it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that. Like, he looks sad and has all those fiery things surrounding him. If it was like that, I definitely didn't notice it before. Is anybody else like that? Not really. Alright, well. Vivienne, of course. Let's bring Sarah. And Iron Bull, since we just talked to him for a bit. And we'll use the same crew when we do Vivienne's Wyvern. Not quite a dragon, but maybe it'll be close enough for Iron Bull. The next episode we can do Liliana's quest and see what that's all about. Although at this point it's getting a little late, so this might be our last episode for today. We'll see. let's see what exactly we can buy here.
Send my regards to the Lady Ambassador. Her ancestor visited the Emporium in the Blessed Age.
Really?
I sold her a candle mounted with the severed hand of a first acolyte of Aravail.
It's a weird looking staff. Good staff, but I guess I could use it, right? Level 18? Yeah, I can. But I knew it would be better than what I have. But I'd still rather make my own staff and not have one that looks like a sea monster thing. Definitely some good items here, though. And a reason to spend gold, which is nice. Alright, it's +5 to all defenses, bolt of life. Gives you maximum health. So instead of having like +10 magic or +10 willpower, you can have +5 of each. Essentially. Ring of smashing, ring of slicing. Ring of assault. So, decent weapons if you need to spend gold, but schematics of legend, that I probably need. Staff of corruption. I don't think I like the staff of corruption though. That probably looks. I don't see an appearance, but okay, these are also expensive. I'm gonna have to wait to see what I actually want before I buy them. But there's a good chance I will buy some stuff here when I do my final tier of crafting. More schematics. Just for simple stuff, though, it looks like. Well, and there is some nice stuff as well, but again, we'll wait until we see what we want.
I wonder, do the Montiliers still have it in their possession? I should like to see it again.
So you can buy all kinds of items here, even the really rare ones, it looks like. Not sure if I like that. I kind of like only getting a little bit, but at least they make it kind of pricey. And it's not unlimited, you only get a certain amount of it back. But yeah, again, we'll look into that later on. Alright, so that's enough shopping for one day. At least we determined that there is good stuff here, just not stuff we want to buy quite yet. Alright, let's take my party and kill us a snowy wyvern. Which is apparently in this area. You get here through this way, I believe, right? This is where we killed the dragon, I think? I think so. So if I remember correctly, you have to go around this way. We have to choose again. Sarah, Vivienne, Iron Bull. Confirm. There's like so much to this game, I just want to like keep playing it like all night. There's just so much I want to do now, but it's good that I'm saving a lot of stuff to do for next weekend and beyond. Probably won't be able to play at all this week, honestly. Maybe I can slip in an episode here or there, but I have raids pretty much every night this coming week, and that doesn't leave much time.
Inquisitor.
Alright, so let's make our way around here. Looks like Vivienne and Iron Bull have an upgrade point, so we'll spend those before we fight the beast. Do we decide we're giving her points here, or do we want to give them to something else? I feel like it was ice magic. Yes, it was. Sure. And Iron Bull. I guess you don't have like a slot for Devour. Alright. Maybe we should take some of those upgrades instead. What else can we upgrade though? We can upgrade Warcry. Not going to overthink it. It's been my mantra this game. More time playing, less time dwelling, but I'll let you be the judge of how well I followed that. At least when it comes to companions, I'm trying to be a little, you know, a little efficient, just choosing what sounds good and not overly worrying about it. For my character, I'm obviously trying to make her exactly the way I want her to be, but because I'm using 9 other characters, it's just not worth my time to really min-max all of them. Not for playing the game on normal mode, at least. If I was doing Nightmare, yeah, sure, but this is not Nightmare, and so far we haven't faced anything that was super difficult. Except when we've gone out of our level range. Not sure what level this Wyvern is, but I doubt it'll be an unbeatable challenge. Lots more goodies around here, it looks like. What's this? Read. Mother of the Hala. Elgar'nan 9. I do like the role that elves are playing in this final stretch of the endgame, though. It makes me excited to learn more about the ancient elves and what they were really like, because the Dalish, a lot of people like them, but I've never been particularly impressed. They do seem like the remnants of a fallen empire, trying to restore the dredges of what remains. But the ancient elves obviously had quite a command of magic and great knowledge of this world, and there's a lot I think we could learn from them, and hopefully will. Alright, so somewhere in this swamp, a white wyvern lurks. Where? Come out, wherever you are. I thought I heard something. Was that a crow, or was that... Probably. The wyverns can fly, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is where we fought the dragon. Can't be too far. Oh! I see wyverns. Or wyverns. No, these are these other things. These were here before. Also, I guess dragonkind, Gurguts. But they're running away from me. Alright, let's go up and check where the dragon was, because that's my first guess. And if that doesn't draw it out, then we'll wander around some more. Maybe see if killing some of these Gurgut provokes it. That's not it, right? It's white. Is it a white wyvern? Doesn't really look like one. It looks more like a white Gurgut. Oh, it is. Okay. Only level 15. Easy prey, I guess. Oh, we can still do too much damage now. There's Vivienne's shield. That was your great beast, Vivienne. Pretty sure you could have soloed that. Snowy Wyvern Heart. Alright. Well, mission accomplished, I guess. Let's head back to Skyhold and give it to Vivienne. And maybe she'll give us some more information about what this potion is and who it's for. Even though I think, thanks to her notes, we already have a pretty good idea. Okay. She's way upstairs here. Leave the stairs or this way. It'd be cool to design a castle like this. If it was a real castle.
What can I do for you, my dear? Is it too much to hope that you've brought me the heart of the
Brought you?
snowy
You were
Wyvern?
there. It was like 5 minutes ago.
If you want the Wyvern's heart, you'll have to tell me what you're using it for.
I can do better, darling. Give me the heart, and I'll show you what it's for. Will that suffice?
No, not really. Kind of defeat the purpose.
No answers, no heart.
I see. Very well. I shall find some other way to procure what I need. Good day, Inquisitor.
So you'd be willing to show me, but you're not willing to tell me in order to do it. Interesting. Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think she might have won this negotiation because I want to do the quest. And if this just means not doing the quest, then I guess I don't have much of a choice. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Inner circle. I don't even remember what it's called.
Yes?
It might be too late to change my mind. Okay. I guess so. Alright. Well, that's one way to end the quest then. Sorry guys, you were looking forward to seeing the potion. I was too, but didn't realize that would end the quest. Oh well, guess Vivienne should have told me. Have I been up here? I probably have. Maybe? Maybe not. What is this? Like Vivienne's room or something? Somebody's room. Not a bad place, I guess. From RE to a 1. Rather dark in these rooms, though. Don't think anybody sleeps here. I guess I can see why. Might get a little wet when it rains. What quest is that? Oh, the war room, which is inside. Gotcha. And this is, oh, somebody else for judgment. Who else have we seen recently that we would judge? Does this door go to that other door? It does. Okay, I thought so. Apparently it closes behind me. Alright, well we have a new throne, so... Oh, there we go. The Kirkwall throne. Let us sit in judgment upon it.
Mayor Gregory Dedrick of Crestwood is present for
right.
betraying his own constituents. He confesses that, 10 years ago, he flooded Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight. The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
Well, I don't know why he would do it. I mean, he's not going to just kill all his people, unless he's a madman. Other than for some supposed higher purpose. How's he going to prove it? I'm curious.
If the mayor has anything to say in his defense, let him speak.
There's no cure for the Blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood. Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly everyone in the village had the Blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
Yeah, I might not agree with his decision, but I can definitely see where he was coming from there. So, I mean, if your husband or daughter had the Blight, chances are they would have got it too, even if they were innocent and healthy. Alright, so you can give him a clean death, Give him to Ferelden to imprisoned. Give him to the wardens, because you have the wardens, I guess. The best I can do is exile. Exile is a harsh term for really letting him off the hook. I kind of like giving him to the wardens. I wonder what... But again, do the wardens... What do they even do with their prisoners? Do they actually make him a warden? That'd be interesting. Actually, I can see some appropriateness to that. He did whatever it took to stop the blight, essentially. He might make a good warden. Yeah, let's do that and see what happens. And if he dies to the joining, so be it. But if he survives, maybe he can do some good.
The blight was your undoing. Let it also be your means of redemption. I give you to our allies in the Grey Wardens, to fight Darkspawn until the calling takes you.
I don't deserve the honor, your worship, but I'll do my best.
I believe him. Makes me wonder if, I guess, the mage, when they say give him to the wardens, if that was the same... I think I misread that as making him a prisoner of the wardens instead of making him into a warden. But I'm not sure he really deserved that. I don't think he'd be very loyal, warden or no. Alright, well, I guess that's enough for one episode then. Sorry I screwed up Vivienne's quest, but blame Vivienne for being stupid and not telling me what the ritual was for. That was my price and she wouldn't accept it. Alright. Everybody's still busy at the war table. Yeah. So, I guess I have time for one more episode, so I will see you guys in a few minutes. When we come back, we will do Liliana's quest for Divine Justinia.